everybody. My name is Rachel. I'm the host of this episode. Welcome to episode 3 of Smarts On.
Okay, so we've been talking in we've been having the long conversation for 2 episodes already. So this is the third one. So what do you want to talk about today?
How many episodes should we have for Smarts On?
I think we should have forever, infinite.
What?
Yeah, because like
But if people from here from the episode die, how can we get infinity?
yeah, maybe we just make like 1,000 episodes. What do you think? If we do it every day, every single day, we had
Half a thousand, Daddy.
100,000.
No, I said half a thousand.
Half a thousand is 500. Okay, let's do 500. So what do you want to talk about today?
I don't know. Water?
Water?
Yeah.
What is so special about water?
Water could be filtered.
You
don't know that?
I don't know how they filter the water.
Water filters itself.
Water filter itself.
It goes through pipes into a place that it gets filtered in. And then it goes into the places where you get water, to schools, houses.
Okay.
And we drink that.
Okay.
Watch it on Lingo Kids.
Lingo Kids? So filtering is like the whole long process. So they need to use some machine, some chemical to filter the water. Water cannot filter itself.
You know, the pipes carry it, and I don't know, there's some kind of thing that filters it.
Yeah.
Just like the pool water.
Okay. So I think there's a machine. The pipe carry the water to the.
There is pipes.
Yeah, and it's carry the water into a machine.
And we actually drink rainwater. So the rain rains down, and then after that, the rain goes into pipes. Then they go in. Then they go into the place where they get filtered, and then to schools and houses.
Oh, they go to school and houses. Okay, so water basically had a cycle of water.
Yes.
Can you describe the cycle of water?
Okay. So first, water or do you want to learn about clouds first?
Okay.
So first, water evaporates into the sky.
Yeah.
Turns into a cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Then the cloud gets blown away.
Okay.
The cloud rains down and back into the water where it first started from. Then
evaporate again and into the sky and become the cloud again, right?
And blown away again and rain again.
Okay.
Again and again and again, infinity times.
That's called the cycle of water.
Yep.
That's very interesting. Where did you learn it from?
Lingo Kids.
Lingo Kids? Lingo Kids is a very good app. We pay for it like every year, so you could learn from it. Do you still like Lingo Kids?
Yeah, but I don't need to learn much anymore.
Why?
I've got like a dozen apps.
Okay, so now you got a lot of apps, different apps, and you learn from all the apps as well, right?
But the other iPad has even more apps.
Okay, what is your favorite app now?
Let's see. Epic.
Epic?
And Lingo Kids.
And Lingo Kids?
Mm-hmm.
How about ChatGPT?
A little.
A little?
But my my favorite app on my old iPad is only Read for Fun.
Read for fun. Why do you like read for fun?
'Cause it's fun.
You learn anything from read for fun?
Yeah. But I've also but I also wanted to try the one that monsters eat. But I never had it.
So monster learn to eat, like it's learn to eat a lot of
It's called
vegetables.
adventurous eating.
Adventurous eating. Okay, I'll check it out. Maybe I can buy it for you.
Thank you. Or should we stop talking about apps here? I think it's gonna disturb the others.
People love to learn about what app you are using and how do you learn, because your learning path is a little bit different than
Did
most
you
of
know
people.
there are actually chemicals in this plastic water bottle?
Really?
Yes.
What chemical is that?
I don't know, but scientists use chemicals to create this plastic.
All
That's
right.
why plastic is bad for your health.
All right.
We just buy it because it's cheap. It's
Oh,
better to use metal
okay. So if
and
we
glass.
okay, metal and glass,
Metal.
metal and glass. Hmm.
Sorry, folks. This guy is bad at English.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing I benefit from the conversation with you in English. I learn English too. So you want me to buy you a metal bottle so you could
You
carry?
know that metal cup? You know that metal cup you once bought? I could use that.
Oh, you can use. Yeah, makes
But
sense.
that one's probably lost.
It's still somewhere in the house. We could go and find it later.
Is it hiding in the pool?
No way.
Or is it hiding in a coconut?
Yeah. Yeah, talking about something funny. Maybe you could. Do you have some funny joke you want to share today?
Let's see. Why did the scarecrow win an award?
I don't know.
Because he was the tallest of all potatoes.
I don't really get it.
It's a joke.
Like, you make up the joke, or you learn the joke from some book and you read it and then you tell the joke.
I made it up. I took the joke I heard from ChatGPT and made it into a different one.
Oh, all right. Yeah, sometimes you make it like really good joke. I mean, you're funny.
Hey, Daddy, here's another one.
Okay.
What do you call a cheese that isn't yours?
I don't know.
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese. That's not your joke, right? You learn it from somewhere else, right? Did you learn it from somewhere else, or you make up that joke?
I learned it.
You learned it? Yeah.
I'm pouring water.
You want to be a comedian? What word again?
Comedian.
Comedian. Do you want to be a comedian when you grow up?
Maybe. No thanks.
No
I'm
thanks.
afraid of going on stage.
You afraid of that?
Yep.
There's nothing scared of being on stage.
And I'm afraid of a big crowd.
You know what? When you afraid of something, maybe we could try to like overcome that afraid. So I'll take you to the crowd, take you to the stage, and then you get used to it, and you're not afraid of it anymore.
No.
Yeah, it's like
Let's stop talking about stages. Maybe the folks here are getting bored.
No, they don't. We could talk about anything we want. Uh,
This is supposed to be about making people smart.
making
No.
people smart.
Not about stage fright.
Yeah, it's like if we talk about like stage, how they could do better with their fear, make them smarter, right?
No,
I think
it makes them stronger.
stronger and smarter as well because fear hold you back. Because when you want to do something and
Let's just talk about dinosaurs.
okay, if you want to talk about dinosaurs, let's go.
So, did you know that dinosaurs died because of asteroid?
I know that.
Then, did you know that we live closer to the time of T-Rex?
How close?
I don't know.
It's the T-Rex is like long time ago. I don't
Yes,
think
but we live closer to the time of T-Rex than the other dinosaurs.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So how many times did the dinosaur went extinct?
How many times? About one.
Just one time?
But did you know that dinosaurs are actually birds?
Actually, what?
Did you know that birds are actually dinosaurs? Even the sparrow.
Oh, yeah, I
People
know
like
that.
dinosaurs.
Like some survived dinosaurs,
Yes,
they
they evolved.
evolved, yeah, and they get smaller and smaller, and they turn into a bird.
Flap, flap, flap.
Yeah,
And they got beaks.
yeah. A species used to be very big, but now is very small.
What do you call that species?
Bird. I'm talking about bird. When they were dinosaurs, they huge, but they cannot
Bigger
survive.
than that even hotel.
Yeah, but then they cannot survive, and they evolve, and they get smaller. So maybe
Did you know that some humans evolved from fish?
human evolved from fish.
Some.
Some.
Yeah, I guess.
Because
Gods and this is don't because gods and the sea and the spirit, the great spirit,
Okay.
don't exist. Magic does not exist.
Okay.
People just pretend that things are magic.
Okay.
So close your eyes. Wait. Don't close your eyes just yet. So this is in, and close your eyes. Abracadabra is out.
Okay.
And that's the thing they're trying to trick you about. They, for example, my magic trick was actually me taking this out.
Okay.
See?
So magic is basically just the trick, and people trick other people, so make them believe that magic exists, but it actually not.
Yes.
Interesting.
We can try on backpack.
I'm good with magic. Maybe we move on in another topic. Okay, what else should we talk about to make people smarter?
I'm out of ideas.
You out of idea?
Yep.
How about learning English?
What?
Because I need to learn English right now. I spend like 20 minutes a day at least to learn English.
20 hours.
20 minutes. And still it got me nowhere. My pronunciation still not very good. How could I improve my pronunciation?
Hmm. Google Translate.
Google Translate. Um, how about reading?
Reading.
I noticed you read very good, like very fast. How could you do that?
I read in my mind.
You read in your mind,
Yeah, just look at it.
like, but you still remember the whole thing you read, right? Like the whole book. When I see you do the quiz, you got it like 100% right.
Because the quiz, they made the quiz too easy.
Too easy. Okay. Um. So
Snap.
when you read the book, do you understand like
Yeah.
100%, or are there any vocabulary you don't understand? Are there any words in the?
In some books, I understand everything, but I ace the quiz sometimes.
You what?
But I ace the quiz
You
sometimes.
ace the quiz.
Ace means I'm very good.
Okay.
Ace means ace is ace means uh, 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 solve and means solve easy peasy.
Okay. But when you found some words you don't understand on the book, and how could you know how to read it? Because you never see that word before.
Sometimes it's reading for me, so I know.
Oh, so the app had like read for you. So
Has some books that read by themselves,
okay, but
but some you have to read by yours.
okay. So if the book read by yourself and the word is like new, you never saw it before. So can you read that word?
I do my best,
You do your best.
or I can tap and hold it.
Okay, you tap and hold it.
When it knows what it means, then it will appear. Some words even read themselves.
Okay, so that's another function of the app or the iPad. Is I think it's called dictionary. So when you tap and hold the word, it pop out the definition of the word, and you read.
Yes, but some words it said, "Yikes! Where'd that definition go?"
Okay, so you learn from that, and you understand every word, right?
Almost every word.
Okay.
Because in some books I do not understand some words.
Okay, but you still like read the whole book, or when you find something you don't understand, you skip it and like don't read that book anymore.
If I can't finish it, then I move. Then I tap the X, and then the next day it's in continue reading, and I keep reading it.
Okay, interesting. That's the very helpful tips. I think it could help a lot of people, make them smarter when they read.
That is only the continue reading is only added in Epic.
Okay. Yeah, it's like author app it has like author reading app. They should have that function too.
Yeah.
Okay.
If not, how could people know which book they were reading?
Hmm.
Hey.
I just want to drink some water. Do you enjoy the conversation we have?
Ugh. Are we even finished?
Do you want to finish it early or do you want to keep going?
Let's do a short break.
Short break?
Yep.
Okay.
In Who's Smarter and Circle Around, they tell us about uh, things when they're doing short breaks.
Oh, that called advertisement, advertising, right?
I don't know.
In the podcast, when they said take break, and they they advertise some product when they're taking break. But we are new podcast. Like we had no sponsor. When we had sponsor, we will like advertise in our podcast, and we make money. They
How
had
about
to.
you?
Hmm?
You will be the sponsor.
I don't have money to sponsor for the podcast.
You don't need to.
Okay, we sponsor for the podcast. Yeah,
And you can make money by spawning.
no. People who had business, they want to sell something, so they sponsor for the podcast. So they got advertising, and they sell the product. They sell their product, and they make money from that. But we don't really have any business. Oh, we do have business. We had Da Nang Retreat House, our vacation rental home. So yeah, it's maybe like
We
people
need staff, not just a host.
all be the staff.
But we need a lot of staff.
No, we just had a small house. Like
We need a lot of staff. Servants.
a small house. We just make very little money. So
You know what I decided? If they're staying for one day, it's 1.5 million.
Vietnam dong.
Yep.
So for one day, not too bad.
And it depends on the day. If they're staying for 2 days, it's 2.5 million. And if they stay for 30 days, if it's 30.5 million.
Okay, that's a very good deal. It's like actually we charge like less than 30 million and a half. We charge like maybe like 22 million for 1 month.
Nope.
Note, you want to charge more?
So we can buy more food. We're
Yeah, but
running low on food.
yeah, but people who stay for a month, they will become our friends. We don't want to charge them a lot of money.
Daddy,
Hmm?
you know I get to choose how much.
Okay, okay, you can decide. So can you do the advertising? You tell people about our house and why should they stay? Why should they come and stay
Should
at
we
our house?
advertise about something else? I don't know the location.
Yeah, the location is in Da Nang. You tell them it's the
I
house.
meant like a location at where the house is.
You tell them in Da Nang, and they should be able to find it on the internet.
How?
Just search for the name of the house. The name of the house is Da Nang Retreat House.
Should we do something else? Maybe advertise about a podcast.
Okay, you could advertise about our podcast.
Hey, no, I meant different podcasts like Who's Smarter, Lingo Kids.
Okay, Okay,
And
talking about
circle around.
podcast, you've been listening to the podcast for, I
Almost
think,
a million years, I think.
nah, almost, I think almost a year, or more than a year, I think. Last time you start to listen to podcast like by yourself when we were in Bumetok. So yeah, it's been more than a year. So tell me what your favorite podcast.
I can't choose. There are too many so good podcasts.
What so just name some good podcasts so people could like search and
Lingo Kids, Who's Smarted, and Circle Around.
circle around. Okay.
And Lingo Kids and Who's Smarted.
So can you tell people what the podcast like circle around talking about?
Can you do the advertising?
No, not advertising. We are having a discussion about podcasts.
Okay, breaks over.
Okay.
And now back to Smarts On.
Okay.
That's what they say. He's smarted and circle around.
Okay. So
They say now back to and
back to the show.
No, and they say now back to and they say the name of the podcast.
Okay. So we
For example, circle round when they take a break and they're I meant who's smarted when they take a break and they're getting back to the episode people are listening to. They say, and now back to who's smarted.
So our podcast called Smart On, right?
Just like brains on.
Oh yeah, Smart On. Right, very good name. So now back to Smart On. So Rachel will share like.
Can we end the podcast already?
Hmm?
Can we end the podcast already?
No, we still had a podcast going.
Okay, one more fact and let's go off.
Okay.
Do you know what the slowest animal in the world is?
Snail?
Actually, sorry, but
Okay, what animal is slowest?
the three-toed sloth.
Three-toed sloth?
I learned that from Sunshine Moonshine Question Time.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's your friend's podcast.
What?
Sunshine Moonshine Question Time. What's her name again? Your friend's.
Kenna.
Kenna. She make great podcast with her mom and her dad do the music. Like, at the beginning of the podcast, she make the music.
Okay.
That's brilliant. Yeah, we miss them. They should be in Canada now.
Yeah. Or Asia or something.
So now how many hours a day you spend on listening to podcasts?
At night, about 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Okay.
Which is merely an hour.
Okay, merely an hour.
An hour equals 60 minutes, which is not 45 minutes.
And one thing that I noticed that when you listen to that podcast one time, but then you listen to it again and again and again, many times.
Because I like it.
You like it? But when you listen it to the first time, do you remember what they are talking about?
Sometimes.
Sometimes you remember, but you listen second time. So when you listen the second time, you already know what will they talk about, right?
Not every time.
Not every time.
Yeah.
So every time you listen to the podcast again, you still learn from it.
Stick around to tell stories, not about learning.
Yeah, but the story. Do you learn anything from story?
How can you do that?
You listen to the way they tell story, and you could learn how to do storytelling.
Can we end the podcast already? I'm kind of hungry.
Hungry? Okay. So say bye bye to the audience, and then we go.
This is Marton signing off.
Okay.